Hello everyone, and welcome to part 1 of the Tekno ET48 2.0 E-Truggy build. Before we dive into the build, we're going to go over a few things to make sure we have everything we need to get started. Let's check it out. Alrighty, let's start with the tools. A quality set of tools is suggested to make for a great building experience. First off, we're going to need a 1.5, 2.0, and 2.5mm hex driver set. Next, we're going to need a set of nut drivers. A 5.0, 5.5, and 7mm variations are suggested. Next up, a set of shock pliers, curved scissors, and needle nose pliers. I had use for a set of standard pliers as well, so let's add those to the list. Okay, add a hobby knife, a 17mm wrench, and a set of 4mm and 5mm turnbuckle wrenches. For precision building, a good set of calipers are going to help out as well. And finally, some chapstick. We use this to help assemble the turnbuckles. There is one other item I'd like to suggest if you have access to one, a powered driver. I use my Makita that's paired with a 2.0 and 2.5mm hex driver bits. During certain steps, this thing is an amazing tool to have in your arsenal. I would also suggest taking a few moments to make a quick scan of the manual. This will help get you acquainted with the steps and order the build, which we will be mixing up a bit in the future build videos of this truggy. Alright, step 1. Remove the fluids and greases from their bag and set aside. We'll be using some of these in just a sec. Next, open bag A and separate all the parts. Apply a liberal amount of grease to the groove in the outdrive. Coat the O-ring in grease and slide it over the outdrive inside the diff housing. Drop a differential shim over the outdrive. I use my 7mm wrench to help push the O-ring and shim into place. Here's a quick tip. The hole in the outdrive for the drive pin lines up with the outdrive slot. This will help you align the pin during installation. Typically, I like to use a little bit of grease to help keep these satellite gears in place. To verify your gear is properly installed, make sure it sits flush with the outdrive. Follow the same procedures for the other side of the diff. Build your internal cross gear sets, making sure both satellite gears face each other on the shaft. Fill the center diff up about quarter way with the 20,000 weight fluid. The cross pins have a cutout in the center and flat spots on the end. When installing, make sure the first cross pin assembly has the cutout facing up and the flat spots keyed to the grooves in the diff housing. The second cross pin assembly should be installed with the cutout facing down. Now continue filling the diff housing up to just above the top of the small satellite gears with the 20,000 weight fluid. I always slowly rotate the outdrive to make sure the gears are seated correctly. A very light drop of black grease will ensure that the gasket doesn't move during assembly. Carefully align the left and right diff halves and press together, using the M3x14mm screws to secure. I like to insert the screws in a cross pattern to make sure I don't tweak the diff during assembly. A quick twist partly through the assembly ensures all the gears are meshing correctly. For reference, I like to use a silver Sharpie to write the fluid weight on the outside of the diff. Follow the same procedures you used with the center diff to build the front and rear diffs. Time to fill the diffs. Since the front and rear have different fluids, it's a good idea to keep them separated and the bottles next to them. This will help you identify them until we can mark them. And there you go, 3 Tekno diffs all built and ready to install. If you've enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a like, it really helps the channel out. If you're ready to see more of the Tekno ET48 2.0 build, why not subscribe and hit that bell icon? We'll be uploading new build videos here shortly. Thanks for watching.